final phase of the mock drill is being carried out here in Durg city, Bhilai. And in fact, right now we are at Civic Center, and I would request my video journalists to switch off the camera's light so that we can show you the real-time pictures of what this area looks like. This is Civic Center of Bhilai, which comes in Durg district, and blackout is being carried out here from 7:30 to 7:45. In fact, this was the designated time, 15 minutes of blackout to train the civilians on how to react and how to behave in the wartime and high alert scenarios. It is really important to behave a certain way and to stay vigilant during the high alert scenarios. And we are showing you how the entire city has come to stand still and people are being confined to several nook and crannies. And in fact, all the vehicles are also advised to keep their headlights on and stay with minimal screens of light. Here, people have been restricted their movements, and in fact, it is important to stay with minimal lighting, as I said. And Durg is also one of the districts which is in the vulnerable category 2 among other districts of the border areas, and Durg is in category 2 because of the presence of Bhilai Steel Plant here in Bhilai, which is again a strategically important location. And blackout is important, is an emergency protocol which is enforced during wartime or high alert scenarios, especially when there is a threat of an aerial attack or missile strike, to conceal civilians and to make their localities invisible so that the enemies cannot target such civilian locations anymore. And in fact, the key takeaways of the blackout, or the key takeaways that every citizen, every civilian should look at, is they should immediately switch off any interior or exterior lights, including torch, any balcony light and signboard lighting. And in fact, apart from that, they should avoid any light leaks through windows or gaps, and they should cover all sorts of windows or openings without any leakage, and they should use blackout curtains, dark sheets or thick cardboard to block interior light from coming out. They should also ensure the doors and windows are sealed tightly and do not use inverters. The use of inverters is strictly prohibited, and the use of bright screens as well. Refrain from using any sort of inverters or backup lights that may produce visible light and give away and probably expose the civilian's location. Dim your phone's lights or laptop or whatever screens that you are nearby, and use only minimal covered light if deemed necessary. Cover vehicles and turn off headlights immediately, and restrict your movement whenever there is a siren that goes on. And in fact, right now there are officials that are present here, but we are showing you the real-time blackout protocol that is being carried out. And in fact, the emergency services also stay functional. It is very important to note that police, civil defense, ambulance, all these services stay functional while the blackout operates. And in this particular blackout, also Sector 9 hospital is kept out of the mock drill. It is an important hospital, and the emergency services go on as the mock drill is being carried out at several locations here in Durg. Right now, as you see, every shop has its light shut or with minimal lighting. Every four-wheeler or two-wheeler is standing on one side of the road with their headlights off. People are not using any sort of light, and it's a complete blackout. The main objective of a blackout is to not expose the location of civilians. It is really important, and one important phase of the emergency protocol. Here, it is also being done, these mock drills. The objective of these mock drills is to check the preparedness and to also train civilians to act a certain way during the incoming of any aerial threats, if there will be, unfortunately. And an air raid siren will also be sounded, and it will be sounded for 1 to 3 minutes, which is an indication that the incoming aerial attack is within 150-kilometer radius. And when it's sounded, blackouts will be carried out, and to train civilians how to react a certain way, it is an emergency protocol that is being carried out by civil defense staff everywhere in the country, including Durg in Chhattisgarh. This is Sumi Rajapan for India Today with video journalist Raghavendra Pandey from Chhattisgarh.